Hello folks, welcome to UPC America. We are the electric forklift specialists. We are just showing you here a RC5530-30. That's from the RC5500 series. These are dock stockers or narrow aisle counterbalance forklifts. About 3,000 pound capacity, stand-up model. Now, what we're going to do here is, in order for it to get to calibration in the access mode, we have to get up on this little scoop here. And so the one to the left here is your brake pedal. This one connects your motors. And here is where we're going to get into the system. Climb up here. And here we go. We're going to go down till we get to service. And we'll go to the right. Level 2 to the right again, and here we're going to go 2 to the right, 3 to the right, 1, 1. So the code is 2311, and then we press the center. That's going to enter the code, and it'll allow us to get through. There's features, hours, events, performance, utilities, analyzer, and calibration. So calibrate, the C1 is the handles. Now we're going to step back down. The multifunctional handle will now be calibrated one step at a time. So we're going to say calibration for the traction, and that means going forward and reverse. And we're going to say yes. Are you sure that's what you want to calibrate? Yes. Now we're going to maximize forward, and we're going to maximize reverse, and there we center it. And we press enter. You want to save that? Yes. Calibration accepted. Now we move on to the next, which is by going down. C1.2, that's the lift. I'm sure you want to do that. Yes. Now we're going to raise to the max, enter, lower to the max, enter, and release it for neutral, enter again. Access. All right, we're going to save that. And let's go to number 3, which is the thumb. We're going to thumb forward, enter, back, enter, and neutral by releasing, enter. And calibration accepted. Now, do we want to save it? Yes. All right, now we go back, and we're going to go to C2, and that's the hydraulics. C2.1 is the tilt sensor. And do we want to do that? Yes, we do. And now we're going to tilt back. To tilt back, we're going to go up with the thumb, and that actually tilts back. See how it's tilting back? All the way, and release once it reaches the maximum tilt, and we enter. Now we're going to tilt down. Thumb, way downward, down and down, up and back. And there we go, that's the maximum, and we enter. And now we're going to level our force. Should be level, and we're going to enter there. Okay, that is the default level. We're going to enter again, and it says using default level position. All right, now, and there it is, calibration accepted. So far, so good. Everything is being accepted, means everything is functioning as it should. We're going to go to C2-2, the lower valve, and that is to go up. Raise it to the max and bring it down. Are you sure? Yes. Now, maintain raise command. It's going to walk you through it. Now, maintain, now if you just follow the prompt, it's going to tell you when to stop and when to continue and how to continue, which in this case, it's going to tell us to raise and bring these forks all the way up as high as it can go. And then we're going to bring them back down. But see, it's finding a breakout, so it says maintain command. Just follow the prompt. It walks you right through it, really simple. If you see how slowly it's going down, it's finding the breakout in the hydraulic system, and it's going to let us know when it's reached that point. stop command. Now raise to max height. See that? Let's do that. Now here you don't want it to slam up against the top. So what I do is I slow down. When I see that cross right about to hit the roller, I stop. You see? So bring it nice and slow. You don't want to bring it all the way high. If it slams it, it's gonna say calibration not accepted, and you're gonna have to go through it again. So here we go. Now it's asking us to drop, lower, and it's finding the speed for 1. There are 4 different speeds. So you'll see this being here, stop command, and we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna go through this. It's gonna be, the 4th time will be the last time. So here it is, this is number 2. Again, we're gonna slow down. We don't wanna go reverse, we just wanna slow down. And now it says release and lower. Now we're finding speed 2. It's doing its thing. There it is, stop command, and now it's going to see raise to the max again. There it is, empty and lower. There we go. As you can see, it's going to go faster and faster as we progress through to the 4th. And it's 3rd, and some of them do have 5, by the way. I've noticed that there have been some that ask me to go one more time, but typically it's 4. Okay, so here we go, raise one more time. Down. Alright, that's the maximum. Empty and lower. Binding speed 4, maintain lower. Okay, stop command. Here we go. Ooh, calibration failed. Now that's indicative of something wrong with the unit. So what we want to do is we're going to go one more time and let's see if it's something I did or if there's something wrong with the system. Okay, so let's try it again. Maintain raise command. Finding breakout. Hardly moving. You can barely see it. Dropping. Now, from my past experience, this is the issue it's having. Right now, it should be stopping at about eye level. At that point, it should be telling me to go ahead and raise it. Now, the fact that it's dropping indicates to me that there is something wrong with the system, with the hydraulic system. So we'll put this in for a work order for the technician to take a look at it and get it corrected. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next calibration rather than going through the whole 4 raise and lower and to find that it's not going to accept or that it failed. We're going to go out of here, which the only way to do it is we're going to have to key off and key back on, and then continue from where we left off, move on to the next step, which is going to be the tilt. But let's get to service here. We're going to get up so I can get to calibration. It's 2, 3, 1, 1. All right, calibration 2, and we passed the lower. And the accessory valve is where we're at. Are you sure? Yes. All right. Okay, so maintain tilt. Now, see, finding breakout. I'm just holding it up with my thumb, or I could demonstrate it by holding it up here. And it's basically doing its thing, finding the breakout. You'll see that it's going to move forward, it's going to move back. It's doing its thing. calibration accepted. Are you sure you want to save it? Absolutely. All right, so now we got past that. Now let's go on to the next step, which is the steering potentiometer. We're going to go ahead and say yes to it. It says turn CW, meaning clockwise. We're going to go all the way clockwise. We're going to stop, enter, and we're going to see turn CCW counterclockwise all the way. All right, counterclockwise till it brings us to the stop. There it is. And now we're going to center it. We're going to bring it right to the center. All right, so I look down, roughly that's about it. And we're going to enter. And do we want to save? Yes. All right, so now we know that's done. Now the next one is going to be the brake. Okay, so press the brake pedal and enter. Now, one thing that you can see here is if you press this arrow to the right, you're going to see what's happening. Now, 1.28 pressed, 3.16 up, 1.16 pressed, 3.16 up. So it's saying to press it, I'm going to press it at 1.16, and now release it. I want to do the same thing just to see where it's going to release at. See, pressed, released, and we're going to enter it there. And do we want to save? Yes. All right. So for the next step is going to be for the battery. And in order to do that, what we're going to do, see, battery adjust. So we want to say yes. Now we're going to connect a multimeter, and based on the reading that we get from the battery, we're going to enter that. Now if you don't have a multimeter, I recommend you just skip it, because this is basically asking you where are we in the charge and is this meter reading accurately. So what we want this is to coincide with the actual battery reading, making sure that this meter is reading accurately with this particular battery. All right, so we can put it on here, and we want it to read the DC voltage. Now we could either find an opening, which here's one. All right, there's a positive, and let's see if we can get in here for the negative. We might get lucky if it reaches.